Man, it's so gloomy outside. But we're going to inspect anyways. It's what we do, even though our motivation's down because of the weather. Property's 2006. It's only about 1,500 square feet. You got 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. So this is your general standard of a starter single family home. It's a great home to start with, and also the less likely that you're going to get major problems with a property of this age and this style, this ranch style home. One of the most typical things that I find on these properties is that the mechanical equipment is starting to go out. So your HVAC system and your water heater, those are your 2 biggest issues. That's probably what I'm going to run into. But I'm making this video just showing you the general things that I find on a property that's been updated and a property of this age. All right, let's go see what I'm gonna go find. Let's go check it out. One of the first things I like to do when I inspect a property is I like to inspect it from top to bottom, so I head to the roof first. A property that's about 12 years old, I'm going to find something. I don't know what it's going to be, but I am going to find something. So I start with just a beginning general scan of the property, and I knew that there was some prior repairs on the right side of the structure. And then I always catch this, you have the exposed fasteners on the top, and sealant needing repair around flues. Where the biggest piece of damage was is actually around the satellite dishes. I really couldn't see it from the roof level, but I really saw it when I was down on the ground level. You can see the sag right below the fasteners. That means the decking's rotted out and there's actually been a water leak over a period of time. And I looked a little bit closer on the bottom left of the other satellite dish. I saw that there was fasteners riddled through the shingles like there was a repair in the past. And this is probably an area that needs to be repaired too. Right after I get off the roof, I always like to do a close pass of the exterior. This is where you start to identify a lot of small mortar cracks. A lot of people, they see these mortar cracks and they automatically think foundation issues. This isn't related to foundation issues. This might be some settlement. It could be poor mortar repair. It could be a lot of things. But one thing it doesn't mean that your foundation has failed. This is a common issue that I see across properties of the age of 12 years old. These next few items I find on the exterior are going to be common that I see almost on every single house of this age. And not that they need to be repaired, but they need to be aware that they're going to show up on the inspection report. Starting with the first one, they just need to re-insulate their exterior water pipes. This will help protect it from freeze. The next item right here is you need to improve the caulking around the windows. This will help prevent water intrusion and damage to the interior of the structure. Following item is the grading on the exterior. Whenever you see this algae build up, this means that water is sitting in this area. Not a major problem, but something that they should be aware of. The following item is you never really want wood debris sitting within the drip edge of the structure. This will invite wood destroying insects to the property. One of the last finds is the grounding cable is removed from the grounding rod. This is a very common find. Weed eaters, lawnmowers, people walking around it, knock it loose over a period of time. The house can no longer dissipate its static electricity because it's no longer grounded. And this is something that should be repaired immediately, but it's also an easy repair. All right, coming to the HVAC system, this is one of the things that I predicted that was probably going to go out, and I noticed it's a Goodman unit. Goodman unit isn't a top name brand. These units normally last about 10 to 12 years, and whenever we ran it, it was extremely noisy. And I also noticed right in the dates, it was in '06. So it is coming close to the end of its life, and we're going to let the client know this. In the attic area on the coil side of the unit, we noticed that there was a lot of rust in the pan, stating that it was leaking previously. We're not going to be able to get it to condensate strong enough because it's too cold outside, but bare minimum, we now know that we need an HVAC technician to come out to service this unit. Again, with my prediction with the mechanical equipment, we moved to the water heater. Notice directly on the top that there was some corrosion across the top. This came from a microbial leak at the shutoff, and it actually started rusting and corroding the top of the tank. The tank is actually pretty soft at the top, and this means that it's coming to the end of its life, and they're going to need a budget to replace this or be aware that it's going to need to be repaired in the immediate future. Okay, closing the inspection, it's actually kind of what I predicted walking into the problem. Mechanical problems, some minor roof issues, some minor little things on the exterior, but none of this stuff I would actually consider major. I would say this shows up on almost all our home inspection reports for properties of this age, around the 2006 range, so about 12, 15 years old. That's what you're gonna run into. So that's Chris with A Action. If you have any home inspection questions, please give us a call, and please always like and share the videos. Thanks guys, bye.